Welcome back to the channel and part 2 of wrapping the Honda. In the last video you guys saw me pretty much stripping the car down and taking the wrap off of the car. But what I've been stuck on, and I haven't really recorded because it's pretty boring, tedious work, is all the glue residue that was left on the car. I almost have this side completely done. I have this rear quarter done, this fender, I'm working on the door still. It is such a mess and takes forever. You guys can see this is all glue residue, just adhesive residue everywhere. It has been an absolute nightmare to get this taken off. So when you guys are wrapping your car, make sure you guys use high quality wrap and don't cheap out. Because when you do go to remove the wrap, it's going to leave a lot of residue behind glue. Also, it can peel off your paint, clear coat, and stuff like that. So make sure you guys spend the extra money to buy a higher quality wrap. It's gonna make your life a million times easier and you'll get a better finish. But you guys can see here, all that shiny stuff, this is just all glue residue. This fender is a little bit better than the passenger one, but everything is just covered in adhesive, and the roof is really bad too. You guys can just see all the shiny spots. That's all the adhesive that was left behind. I have found Goo Gone is absolute shit for this. It does not work. I thought it would help. Made it a lot worse. So then I went and picked up some like 3M adhesive remover. That also did not work. The best luck I've had is this like rubber wheel. I forget the name of it. This has been actually working quite a bit, but it does leave behind all the glue residue, so you just get coated in it. I almost forgot to show you guys the color I went with. I will show you guys in this video because hopefully I will have this car completed. But the color I went with is a gloss green black iridescent by KPMF. Here is the color. It's very hard to see in this lighting. I'm hoping it'll look good on the car. I put it up against the wheels because that was my main thing. I was worried about how well they'd look with the Bronze TEs. Looks like it's gonna look pretty decent, so I'm excited to get the wrap laid on here and see what the finished product looks like. All right, we are now fast forwarding a couple more days since I picked up the camera. I have been waiting on some chemical to show up to help get this adhesive stripped off of the car, because it is just taking way too much time with the wheel, and I've gone through 2 wheels already and they're like $60 a piece. So a good friend of mine who works at a wrap shop had this chemical called Rapid Remover, which he says will get this adhesive right off. And you can see it most definitely is taking a lot of it off. It still does leave, you guys can still see, a little bit of adhesive behind, but it did take a good amount off. I'm gonna go ahead and spray the entire roof. This process has been a huge pain in the ass. I did not think that it would be this time consuming, I guess. I'm also sure I'm not using the proper tools that I should be using. I am no professional at all when it comes to wrapping, so it was mainly just winging it. So I ended up spending probably twice the amount of time that I would have spent if I had the proper tools. But we got it done after, I don't know, countless hours of stripping this down. I don't know if I showed you guys earlier. Here is the color. It is kind of difficult to see in this lighting. The color is gloss green black iridescent. So it should look really killer in the sun. All right, this fender is now ready to lay down the wrap. I added knifeless tape here and on the door seam. Think it will make it have a little better cuts. I'm not sure, I've never used knifeless tape before, so I could be doing it completely wrong. I have my 2 pieces cut out. I decided to cut it inside because I can have more space to cut it than in here, and it's very messy in here. But these are for both the fenders or the same fender in case I mess this up. So I will go ahead, peel the backing, and get it laid. All right. So, well, I epically failed the first wrap, which I assumed so. I've never wrapped anything before. Here is how the color on the car looks though. It doesn't show well on camera at all, but I'm actually a big fan of the color. I think it looks really good. I can't wait to see it in the sun though, because it looks like a normal green inside, but I think once it's under the sun, it will look pretty decent. So what I kept messing up on here, as you guys can see, kept getting fingers. I think this is what it is. I wasn't stretching it properly. Whatever it is, so I have a ton of these all over, and that's not acceptable, so I will be taking this off. I think I am going to wait for someone else to get home to help me, because I think it's easier having two people stretch it from both sides and then lay it. I'm not skilled enough to do it lay it and stretch it by myself. So I'll get this off, and I will pick up the camera once someone else is here. And then hopefully we can knock out this entire car tonight. That is my goal. If not, I can finish it up tomorrow. There are still some small pieces that will need to be done, like the bumpers. The hood isn't in yet, so I can't do the hood yet. There's a lot of small pieces like that, but if I could get the majority of the car done tonight, I'd be very happy. All right, it is now later in the day. Cody, my roommate, he is a rapper. That is his daytime job. We went ahead and pulled off what I wrapped because it was quite shit, and he showed me some techniques, and we got this fender to be flawless. So Cody and I are getting the whole car prepped out. Right now, we are removing the door handle. We did also shift the car over more towards the right side of the garage because we do only have one light in here. So now this whole side of the car, which we are wrapping right now, will be completely lit up, which will make laying this wrap and doing all the small intricate cuts a million times easier. It is now the next day. Time kind of got away from us last night, and it ended up being quite late, so we decided to call it a night, and Cody works, so he had to get up early. We got half of the car, or almost half of the car, we don't have the roof done, finished off though, and this color looks amazing. It's really hard to see in this horrible lighting in here, but I am in love with how it looks. It took us a little bit longer than anticipated. As you guys saw, we cut out we just did the entire car in one piece, and we messed up and got some debris on the wrap, and it was very visible on the doors and stuff. So we had to take it off and redo it, but it is flawless. But anyway, I'm going to more thoroughly prep the rest of the car and actually go through with clay bar this time. I don't think I recorded, but once we messed up the first layer, I went through and clay barred everything, and that seemed to help quite a bit. That's a step I did not do. I didn't think that was necessary, but I'm gonna go through, get the roof properly prepped, clay barred, isopropyl to everything, and then go ahead and prep the other side as well. I haven't unwrapped the bumpers yet, just because that's normally like the last step, I feel like. And this is funny. So here is the bumper, and this is just the quality wrap job. You guys can see that was done just horrible, bubbling. It was not properly laid down. So I need to remove this wrap, but then I went to remove the wrap on the bumper, and then I realized this isn't wrapped. They painted this the Nardo Gray to match it, which is funny. I was so confused why I couldn't find an edge to peel off. But yeah, that bumper has been painted to match the Nardo Gray, which is bizarre to me. I don't know why they wouldn't have just wrapped it. They might have, seeing how much they struggled with this bumper, maybe they just said painting it would be easier and went and bought some cheap paint to paint it because they didn't want to do another bumper. That's where my money is, I'm assuming. It's just funny that I never knew that this bumper was not wrapped. But everything we laid down yesterday was absolutely perfect. Every corner is cut perfectly. Even this part is flawless. Cody, obviously being a wrapper, was able to get that perfect. If it was me doing that, not so much. I realized wrapping is a little bit more intricate than I had originally thought. So thankfully I have a friend, and he lives here, roommate, that can help me with stuff like this. But so far, I think this color is going to look absolutely amazing. Well, as we were laying the rear quarter, the heat gun I have from Harbor Freight decided to explode. So that set us back a little bit. Thankfully, a friend of mine had a heat gun for me to use, so I just went and picked that up. So now we can finish getting this car done. We're really trying to get this done tonight. We'll see how we feel. It is pretty late on in the night now. That heat gun breaking really set us back. We would have had most of this done by now. But things happen. It is what it is. The car is coming out amazing though. It's very hard to see in this lighting. We have this fender done, and it looks amazing. We have the rear bumper pretty much done. We just have to do the last final touches on it, but it looks absolutely amazing, and the whole car is also done as well. The lighting should be a little bit better. I added a light up there, so makes the lighting in here a little bit better, but here you guys go. It looks absolutely amazing. Well guys, unfortunately, as I am editing the whole wrapping video of the Honda, a lot of my files were corrupted. It seems like 90% of the time-lapse footage of actually wrapping the car somehow got corrupted. I'm not quite sure exactly how. I'm not able to recover the files, which is very unfortunate. I'm very bummed out because that is what this video was really supposed to be. But I still have some clips of the wrapping process, so I'll throw it in there. I apologize that it is not the video I wanted. I still am learning all this YouTube stuff to do to help avoid getting corrupted files. So I still have a bit to learn, but I hope this video is still somewhat entertaining for you guys. I will be making another video of the car wrapped going through the whole car in the next video, because I also have some new goodies for the car as well. So I'll make a video after this with the completed wrap job alongside of putting the new goodies on and really buttoning up that car. So yeah, unfortunately, a lot of the files were corrupted. I am not able to get them recovered, but if any of you guys have any knowledge of how to either avoid getting corrupted files like this or a way to recover them, make sure to let me know. But for now, I will post what I have.